Welcome to Reality is Undefeated. I'm at Gatewood. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, man. So I did this video, showing the young man that was speaking to Kendra G. This young man could barely read, had been through a lot in his life from what was expressed in his writings. And what I really want to speak to is a comment that was left under that video. I was going to respond directly to the comment that day, but I decided to do a video because I understand there may be a lot of people who feel like this person. And so I want to respond in a broader way, just so everyone understands. And the gist of this comment was basically, I raised my sons. I'm not worried about anyone else. No one else is my problem, right? There's a difference between a teacher and an educator. Both show up into a classroom, stand in front of a room full of children. The teacher shows up to class, gives a lesson plan, grades papers, goes home. They're not a teacher again until they show up to the classroom the next morning. The educator gives a lesson plan that was put together the previous night at home. They walk around looking over shoulders, making sure their students are getting the information that was given, make sure they understand it. They ask questions. They ask how their students are doing. They know who's having problems at home, who needs help in a specific subject. They give individual attention because they're vested in that student's success. There's a difference between a housewife and a stay-at-home wife. The housewife takes pride in making sure everything in their home is carefully put together. I mean, if anything is in the wrong place, they're going to notice immediately because that's how much attention to detail they put into taking care of their home. Yeah, they spend a lot of time doing laundry and fixing lunches and preparing dinner and breakfast and a whole lot of time transporting kids here, there, and everywhere. A whole lot of doctor's appointments. But that's what they love to do. Like I said, they take tremendous pride in that. They are happy to play that role for their family. The stay-at-home wife, well, she's a wife that stays home. She may or may not prepare a hot meal for her family. She may or may not clean the home. Whatever her family gets is whatever she decided to do that day. There are some police who joined the force because they wanted to actively play a role in keeping their community safe. Then there are some police who joined the force because they wanted to have an authoritative role over the general public. The point I'm trying to make here is a lot of people have the title, but not everyone embraces the position. See, when one police officer does something that's unbecoming of someone in that position, it affects the way we look at everyone in that position. When one teacher goes off on your student or squares up with your student, it affects the way we look at all teachers. Do I really have to say anything about the way some wives make others look? Do I have to explain why these young brothers are getting their passports? The same can be said for young brothers in society. When one young brother does something that's negative, it affects the rest of the young brothers. This is why all of our young brothers are all of our problems, all of our responsibilities. Yeah, I only have one son, but I get on this camera and spread the information that I do because I see the way that your sons can affect my son and my son can affect your sons. I've already spoken on this channel about my son getting into an incident at his school. I'll actually put that video for you guys available to click at the end of this one. But that was a result of my son being influenced by someone else's son. The dots will always be connected. Even if you've stepped away from the community, the community will still affect you. I hope y'all hear me when I say this.